Because the algorithm on YouTube is retarded. Invite to party.
Just point me in the direction of where you want me to go.
Yeah. You can teleport to me in a second.
What? Northfield? Where are you going?
I'm loading into a dungeon now. A dungeon that I have done already. Interesting. Yeah, you can teleport to me. Oh, you're already here. So, if I am to understand this correctly, when a season starts, we don't have to do the story in the season.
That's the impression I've gotten, as well as the Altars of Lilith transfer, and so does the map.
Okay.
Down the door out.
Yeah, it took a different path to make it go quicker. Not too worried about getting all of the gold in this one, since it's only by the hundreds. I am picking up the yellows so I can vendor those. Yellows sell for about 8,000-ish, 9,000. Ooh, greed. Just what we needed. Earning 5 gold at a time. It's a bonus quest. Screw that. Screw you, flies.
Get it
Fucking.
just because it gives movement speed.
Yep. Why do I have a feeling it's down here? No one location that I passed up.
You, oh god, one location both of us passed up.
Yep, sure enough. I got it. You should be able to go straight into the boss now.
And oh shit, he teleported. There he goes. And he's dead.
Okay. Why can't I pick up that yellow? I was just running back and forth over it every time I clicked it. Alright, so Sanctuary. It's dry steps as well. That rewards 5 Grim Favors as well. That looks like the quickest.
Just tell me when to teleport to it.
Will do. How close are you getting to Paragon points?
Pretty far.
Pretty far.
I'm pretty close to getting the Obols. Max Obols.
Is that max obols or is that just obols that it rewards?
Max Obols.
Oh, max. Okay. I didn't read that right then. I didn't.
Yeah, I got my max at 680 right now.
How do you see your max?
Materials and stats.
I'm in a dungeon now. Material stacks. Oh, I'm at 1,000.
I think that's the max.
Okay. Yeah, I am thinking I want to do the rogue at the start. I don't know. Because my thinking was rogue at the start so I have access to like movement speed to unlock the map and shit like that. But we will have
We don't have to unlock the map.
Well, no, I mean like I guess it would just be dungeons, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Dungeons and quests, that's pretty much all you'd have to do.
Okay. Yeah, then I just go into whatever I wanted.
Alright, once you get your CL, I'll go in.
I already got it.
I'm already in.
So you're aware in Marvel Comics who the Maker is, right?
Maker?
Yeah. It's the alternate version of Reed Richards that's a villain.
Oh.
He has like the Professor X helmet on practically at all times. Cerebral. Cerebo? Can't even speak.
Cerebro.
Yes, thank you. So you're aware of the last Secret Wars, what that did, right? Like what the whole thing was about? The different Marvel universes colliding into one another, and as Illuminati was trying to stop it and stuff like that. They ended up creating a life raft that Miles Morales, Peter Parker, and a few other people hitched a ride on. Well, one of the people, one of the bad guys the bad guys made a raft as well from the Ultimate Universe, and it was their version of Thanos. Fuck, who's that big axe dude or whatnot? He was part of it. Goddamn, brain's not working. Not Maestro. Maestro's Hulk, but alternate Hulk, but I forget its name. But anyways, so instead of Reed Richards, it was the Maker, which is the villain version of Reed Richards from the Ultimate Universe. And so the two universes that were originally colliding together were the Ultimate Universe and it was the main Marvel Universe. Them wiping out the Ultimate Universe kind of led to a lot of shit to happen. Anyways, the Maker recreated the Ultimate Universe, in current events, Maker recreated it because he survived with the life raft and everything, right? From Secret Wars, but he remade the Ultimate Universe, and when he did that, the first scene you see after it is him, the Spider climbing up Peter Parker's back to create Spider-Man, and lo and behold, the Maker shows up. Oh, there's a spider, and gets rid of the spider. So, no Spider-Man in that universe.
But wasn't it canon that the spider didn't actually give him that? Like it just triggered it, but he was a mutant or something?
No. So, there are different variations of this, but one of them was the spider was created for Peter Parker genetically, and it so happened get tied up to.
I thought it was using the genetic keys of his father, and that Peter shared, so that only
something like that. Something like that, but that's one of them. Another one is just the radioactive spider, like it's genetically modified, genetically engineered.
I know the radioactive spider because he ended up killing him.
Yeah, I mean that's just the basic storyline. The 616 one is just like he got bit by a radioactive spider. End of story. But like I said, there's an alternate universe where it's a genetically engineered one, and I'm in the next dungeon. Okay, you see it. But there's one. There's also the universe where the spider bites him and actually transforms him into partial spider. And in that universe, the Spider-Man there looks spider-like, having the 6 arms and looks like a spider.
Yeah, they kind of in the animated show, they did a little bit of that.
Yeah, that wasn't. I think that was the clone, though, right? Because that's because I know in the 616 universe in the Marvel Comics, that's what they did was that villainous Spider-Man that had the 4 arms. He was actually and he didn't look like a spider. He just had the 4 arms. Like that one was a villain. Well, I mean they had a good guy one too, but that was the Death of Madam Web series, I believe, right? Or was that just Clone Wars? I don't remember because I've redone the Clone Wars so many fucking times. They've done it to kill off Scarlet Spider. They've done it to kill off. There was the Poison Spider-Man or whatever. They did one to kill off Madam Web. They did one to introduce the guys that are hunting the different spiders. It's like there's a new fucking Clone Wars for fucking Spider-Man every time they want to do a story with him. For some reason, it has to be Clone Wars. Unless they want to kill Mary J. Then it's either he gave her the he gave her the radioactive sperm, or he gave he made a deal. Made a deal with the devil, yeah. Yeah. Good old Marvel. But if you ever want to, like, read a really good fucking series, anything by Jonathan Hickman. Jonathan Hickman is, like, the best storyteller at Marvel. Like, hands down. He's doing the latest, the new Ultimates. Because that's basically what they're doing, is they're revamping the Ultimate series. Which the Ultimate series in of itself is pretty good.
I really wish you could use them now.
Yeah, and an open door dungeon.
I guess you get to kill the boss this time.
I probably can't kill him as fast as you. I'm 90% beef, only 10% damage.
Golem got the last hit.
I'm 5? I'm 5 renown away! You gotta be shitting me, dude.
Is that all the dungeons for you?
I mean, I could do another dungeon, but I just think it's ridiculous. 5? Wait. Oh, it just updated. Okay. It took a while to update. Dude, I was... Oh, man, I was about to say, dude. I gotta go to the tree. Apparently, I'm max on the thing. Oh, dude. I was about to say, fuck you, Blizzard. Oh, I probably don't want to do this in the Grim Favors in this, don't I? I probably want to switch to World Tier.
You can't. The Grim Favors are tier exclusive.
What do you mean tier exclusive?
If you switch tiers,
The
Grim Favors reset to that tier.
Oh.
So you can only turn in these favors at this tier.
Oh, okay. Well, it's either going to be vendor shit or deconstruct then. Materials. Get a fuck ton of materials out of it at least. I didn't realize they were tier specific. Shit.
Yeah. Well, you can't just load up on Grim Favors at tier 1, switch to tier 4, and turn them in.
Shit would be too easy. Alright, so...
That's the one?
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah. For this one, I am 1920, so 3 dungeons. If I only had 10 more points. If I had 10 more points, I'd only need 2 dungeons.
No side quests or anything to do?
I mean, there are side quests, but I think unlocking the aspects would be a better route, right? What? What's up?
Couldn't we switch to a character that hadn't done the stronghold here and have you join that instance? And that good for now?
Would that work?
I don't know. It seemed like a glaringly obvious loophole if it did.
It's true. I don't know if this is the way I need to go. I'm just fucking going somewhere.
No, this wasn't the right way. But since the door's here, I might as well just stay here because they'll probably.
Well, there's the other direction as well.
Oh, you're right. I didn't see that right off.
Oh, God. Ready for having a knife at the desk. The spot of my back I need itching. So far, I like this dungeon. It's been pretty quick. Okay. Yeah, fuck that shrine then. I do find it kind of funny that Hogwarts Legacy was like this massive hype, and then it came out, and it was talked about for like that week that week that it released, and then it was just like, yeah, this game doesn't exist anymore. It's gone. No one cares.
Hey, you know that game? It was a thing. It existed.
Yeah. Alright, Sanctuary. Well, this one's right next to the waypoint. I haven't done it.
Which waypoint?
I think just south of here. Ruins of
Haven't
Rock.
done Iron Hold? Really?
Yeah. Is there not a nightmare for every dungeon?
I don't know.
Because there are.
Yeah, I think some of them are tier 4 exclusive.
Okay. I guess
But I
that would
don't
make
know.
sense.
It would be stupid as fuck if there weren't.
Yeah, it'd be wasted. Oh, I got the key on the first skill. Yay!
Head back then.
Did you see an army of fucking mobs running away from you that you outranged or something? Fucking so many elites just CCing me repeatedly. It's like, alright, well, fuck you too. Pop my freaking unstoppable thing and just run through them. It's kind of weird.
What?
The blood thing that you refill your potions and shit at, it's inside the pillar here that you turn in for the thing.
That's actually kind of funny. Melt.
Now become my minion. Let's see. Rogue only, rogue only. Is there anything barbarian wise that I'm missing? I think I got all the barbarian. Oh, nope. Here's one. I don't. There's a Legion event that already started and it ended. Well, alrighty then. What's the quickest way to that fucking point, though? The tree? Maybe tree wasn't a good idea because you run slower going straight down than you do angled or up. Because fuck you too, Blizzard. Also had to dismount for a fucking duck animation. Fucking run into this dungeon. I had to dismount for a duck animation to go underneath a tree branch. And mobs. Fuck you too. Oop.
Perfect.
What's up?
Thought I teleported to you after you went into the dungeon, yet it made me go way outside of it.
Weird. Return the carving to the pedestal. This should be the last one. 1980. So, out of the 2000. And a butcher spawn. So, fuck. I can't run away from him. I gotta kill him.
I don't know where I am versus where you are, because I'm definitely not in the same place.
Sunken Den. Because I'm inside the sunken den. Fucking speed running dungeons. Alright, there we go. All your hits are critical strikes. Okay. Claim the 4 paragons. And I am done with the tree.
That got me max ovals in that. So I got 3 zones with the max ovals.
3 acts?
Yeah. 3 of 5.
In Skosglen, it goes up to 2,840. Good God. There's just that many more side quests. There's 2 more dungeons. Yeah, that's side quests then. Because I'm at 2020. And I have basically half the quests completed. And basically half the dungeons completed. So that's fucking a lot of points from side quests and shit. Don't need to do that though, because I got to 2K. That's all that matters. So time for me to switch to the other. Get to a point where we can switch to World Tier 4. But since we're going to be running that, Dex? Yeah, Dex is needed. I'm gonna go back to Thorns so I can survive.
Oh yeah, you know about the turning off loot sounds to reduce lag, right?
No, I don't have any sounds on whatsoever right now.
Yeah, apparently the loot sounds that they've got, like whenever it drops a legendary or not,
Yeah.
causes some kind of lag.
Oh shit.
You'll like this one then. It's got plus thorns.
For sure. Just applying this shit real quick. My points. Luckily, I
You're
already.
just sitting here, things spawned, and the mage is just like blizzard them down.
Let's see, 12 points. I don't need that. Increased critical strike. I can't crit with thorns, I don't think.
Orange can lucky hit.
Yeah, but they can't crit.
But they can lucky hit.
Yeah. Yeah, this increases critical strike chance. I'm just pointing that out. Oh, that's where my points needed to go. Damage reduction on fortified, all that shit. I'm like, where are the fucking talents that I'm looking for? I know where they need to go. I just couldn't find where they needed to go. Alright. Teleport to you.
This thing's got Stormbane's Wrath, so be careful.
Okay. Holy shit, he hit me like a Mack truck. Is this a
Those
fifth?
tree dudes always hit hard.
Ooh. Oh. A new glyph. Hopefully it's one I need. Oof. Explodey guy got me. I don't have the defenses my druid has. That's for damn sure. Like fully going, it's like what, like 80-90% damage reduction. Then reducing air damage by 90%. Then on top of that, I got resistances and armor. My druid's just like, you blew up at me. That's pretty funny. That didn't even tickle.
Death by tickles.
Right here, it's like death by snoo snoo. It's fucking trees. One of the best episodes of Futurama.
We do have women's basketball. We know can dunk, but we have good fundamentals.
You remember more than I do about it. It's been forever.
Ow. You return the favor, you little bastard. Of course, it's a kill everything. But, oh well.
Yeah. Oh! I thought I was out of it. I guess not.
Rejected. What the fuck came up behind us?
I wonder if they all spawned in this room over here.
There's a shaman somewhere.
I just killed
Shit.
one. One was standing in a doorway.
Yeah,
Oh.
he was resin shit.
I mean, it's probably your demons that actually killed it, but I was attacking it nonetheless. You know what I mean. So, if we turn it to Torment 4 and did this exact same 15, would that actually increase it, or...
It wouldn't activate in Torment 4. Torment 3 only.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Another yellow glyph. Alright, let's see. Maces, don't care. Axes, don't care. I need swords. Let's see. Core skills deal 1.5 increased critical strike damage. I don't need that. So, these are useless.
Why did I just teleport out instead of dungeon? There's another one of these I wanted to do.
Because things and stuff. I have gotten a whole bunch of sigils doing these.
Whispering Pines.
Don't know. When it load screen as I was talking about it. Whispering Pines, 16. Let's see. Whispering Pines, 14. Cultist Refuge, Core, Dragon, Ancient, whatever, Shadow. Whispering Pines, 4? I got a 4 out of one of the ones that I did here. I got Alderwood that has Magic Find.
Alderwood's a good one to do.
I have a 15 Golron Slums with Magic Find.
My bar is slowly inching towards 16 as far as like the lowest I want to do. Just to keep my as high as I can.
Yeah, 16 Whispering Pines then.
I'm gonna try this 18 first because it's got Magic Find.
It's okay.
It does have blood blisters, so
So in other words, I'm gonna die a lot.
yeah, believe it or not, my pools of death.
That'll help for a little bit. Yes, give me more yellow glyphs. Eventually I'll get the ones that actually have use. Ah! Dead. Way too
Yeah,
many trees.
You probably don't want to be venturing too far away from me at this point. Since they're at 71.
I just went to the first mobs I saw.
You skipped a few.
You what?
You skipped a few.
I didn't see them.
Yeah, see what I mean about the blood blisters, though?
Yeah. They just melt.
Because when they're lower, or when they first start growing, they're pretty weak. And they usually get caught in my pools of death, so...
Yeah, my builds doesn't really do too well with them. Considering good chunk of my damage comes from thorns. I'm debating on what to do come the thing because they're making it really hard to build frenzy.
They're making a lot of builds really hard. But remember, we still have one major patch before the season starts.
So they could introduce legendaries and stuff.
Not necessarily, but They've said it's going to be like a big XP rework, add it to where you teleport with things like that.
Mm.
And there's a lot of balance changes, like buffs, debuffs, things like that.
I can't hit my berserk. There we go. Good God. Yeah, I don't know. Thorns is fun and all. It's just I'm not seeing the defenses that my other character has. I mean, it could also just be lucky gear too, right? Like I could have better gear on that character. Like I could be getting all the resistances and stuff that I need. I mean, all my resistances on that character over 50 to 60% at the minimum.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm sitting on 20%, 21.6, 21.6. I do have 62% shadow resistance, so that's something. But that alone is not going to help me.
If I remember right, we want to take.
Right now, if you're not playing Whirlwind Barb, you're not really playing Barb correctly, which is fucking stupid.
Well, it's also if you're not playing Bone, you're not playing Necrogrid.
I have some best in slots for my vendor spec.
Did you teleport back to town or something?
Yeah, I just said I have some best in slots for my vendor spec.
No.
And going back. Oh, blister! Oh, more enemies spawned. A ton of them all. Oh, I need a potion. What is that, like, white star on my map?
Points of interest. Like it points towards like when a blood blister
Sacred.
spawns or rare enemies.
It's a sacred. Or, unique, excuse me.
Oh.
Steel Grasp launches 2 additional chains. Enemies hit Steel Grasp are slowed by 57% for 3 seconds. That's not bad. But right now, the weapon I'd replace does the splash thorn, so I don't think it'd be worthwhile. Oh, gain thorns while berserking. Let's go.
So yeah, tier 18, no problem.
Yeah, seems like it. Let's see the yellows I got. Dealing thorns damage to enemies, increase all damage it takes from you by 1% up to 8% for 10 seconds. Let's go! I finally found a glyph I can use. You deal 8% increased damage while wielding a 2-handed weapon. There's another one that I could use. I finally am starting to get useful stuff. Who would have ever thought that that would happen? Alright, so... Oh god, I need willpower. This area has like no willpower. I can only get 5, 10 willpower, and it requires 25. I'm gonna have to... My next board. It'll have to go into my next board slot then. For the Thorns one.
Get that. Let's stock it up to 15 for 5 intellect. You get purchased range. Mages deal an additional 5 points. Skeleton mages gain 25% to install. . 7, 8, 10. Yeah, that'd be 10 nodes in range. That'd be insane. Oh no, 12. 14. Damn.
Yeah, I got about half a bar of experience out of that dungeon. Do they nerf your experience the higher level the shit is?
No? It just takes an ass ton more experience, and there's a cap of 25% experience you get. When something is at your level, you're getting the experience you're supposed to. When it's one level below, it's minus up to that. 3 levels below you, it's minus. And I think below that, it's like nothing.
Hmm. +4 ranks to steel grasp. I'll bring it to rank 5. So, do you know what the lag sound is?
Only thing I know is it's like the loot sound. Like there's a section that enable loot sound. It's on by default, and from what I know, it apparently causes lag. You gonna start it?
There we go. I found it. It's a whole section. I found it. I disabled that. Yeah, you want the 16 for this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What did I get out of it? Mallwood 18. Shadow Plunge 19. Crusaders Cathedral 15.
Yeah, I got Shiv to 19, Crusaders 18, and a Line Burrow 16.
Remember when we did the 20 and got our asses handed to us?
Yes. Speaking of, that last one had Magic Find. I didn't get a single legendary from it.
I got the unique. Okay, just hit the Paragon point marker. Well, we get increased healing. How are you liking me pulling everything in, though?
Eh. The door's open, we can go.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm debating on what to play. Like, maybe I should just go Minion Necro or the Shadow Necro that I wanted to do.
Give it a try.
Increase the damage based off of how many minions I have versus buffing the minions itself. I mean, I'd probably split into the dealing damage to the minions. That happened.
The volcanic right underneath where we were coming down on the ladder.
Yeah. That's a bullshit. That's a bullshit thing.
Yeah, I've heard people just toss anything that has something like volcanic.
You coming back to arrest me?
Oh, I didn't realize you died from it.
That's why I pointed it out.
Well, the health bar on the left-hand side is never accurate.
It's true. But you ran right over my ghost.
I can't tell if you really lost your health or if it's just being bullshit again.
Yeah, I thought you saw it because you literally like ran over my ghost.
No, I didn't. Fuck. I dodged into Volcano and the guy exploded.
Should have just let you res. Because that. Yeah. Oh! I didn't hit potion fast enough. I did. Just trying to conserve potions. A lot of good that's doing me.
Fucking hell. I hate that volcanic thing, dude. I really, really hate it.
Oh, I could have res you. I had the bubble.
I don't.
The chains interrupt these guys. Blowing up. Oh, bullshit. I was out of that. Ah, man. Oh, crap. Forgot to switch over to the multi-stream chat. Sorry, everyone over on YouTube. If you've been talking, I haven't been seeing. Because I forgot to change the chat over. I'm a bad YouTuber. Poopy. These mother flowers. All these mother flowering demons on this mother flowering dungeon.
Monkey fighting aliens.
Monkey fighting aliens?
I don't know.
All these monkey fighting aliens. All these monkey fighting aliens on this monkey fighting dungeon. Oh no, I attack at normal people speed now. What will I ever do? Indeed. Whatever you I agree.
Let's see. So we don't have another one of those.
I got a level 4 one. I need to go get rid of that thing.
I can't do that here.
This will do nicely.
I do find it funny that YouTubers seem like kind of desperate when it comes to this game or something. I don't know. Like, there's plenty of content to be made, but they're like, oh yeah, 50 tips and tricks. One of them is you can get Jim out of the socket for free if you go dismantle it at the blacksmith. Oh, who would have ever guessed that? Like, what the fuck? How is that a tip and trick for anyone?
I mean, if you're brain dead.
Not while I'm in town.
You no longer have to vendor your armor. You could just dismantle it and get the gem out. Who would have ever thought about that, George? Oh, apparently a stack of 50 gems is max. Where's the JC? There it is.
Not while I'm in town.
Oh, it's burning my tongue. I'm gonna be tasting less for weeks.
You'd be tasting purple.
Craft 17 gems.
That is gonna eat up all your resources.
It's only 3,000 or 300,000 gold. I ain't worried about that. I will re-roll this barrier generation bullshit. 103,000 to re-roll?
That goes up fast.
519 for the second one. I don't need to do a second one. I got
Well,
one.
like I said, it goes up.
Is that where your money's going? I haven't been doing that kind of thing. That's probably why I have my money. I've been
Well,
just.
I have one or two pieces of gear that are actually decent, so I wanted to get a better bolt.
What is a decent piece of gear? Because I am unaware of what that is. What's up, Aaron?
Nothing much. Just thought I'd slip in.
Slip
That's
in.
a decent piece of gear.
Stop in, whatever, however you want to say it.
Welcome to the
War-
bullshittery.
And my War Crack edition did not last very long.
You stopped playing already?
Yeah, I was like playing today, and then I was like, yeah, this feels boring. So
Boring.
shut it down and said, fuck it.
And it's gone.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
Alright.
World of Warcraft does that to people.
Yeah.
The magics await your return.
Like, oh, you mean I gotta stand in one spot, not move, and mash a rotation? Oh, there's something on the ground. Let me sidestep half an inch. All right, now I can just sit here in one spot and mash a rotation and not move. Yeah, you know, that's exciting gameplay, thrilling.
Pretty much.
I can't do that here.
No, I played it for. Shit, I didn't even finish the full month, and I'm just like, yeah, nah, I'm not doing this again.
I will say the Evoker class has to be my favorite class they have ever put into the game. But
Evoker? That's just a fucking mage.
yeah, it's
An evocation is a school of magecraft. It's basically expelling fire, ice, whatever.
yeah, it doesn't do that, but it's more like wind energy or something.
It's
I don't know.
causing a force to react in the world.
Yeah, I get it.
That's what it is.
It is, yeah, that's all it is. But it's a mage class, but it's more like a battle mage. Like, they put a battle mage into the game now, is essentially what it is. There's a lot more movement to it. Its skills require you to move, and shit like that. So it's the most mobile class they have in the game now, besides Demon Hunters. But for a caster class to be very mobile like that is kind of what the fuck. The only other class that's as mobile, well, not even as mobile, nowhere near as mobile, but the only mobile caster that's been in the game before has been Fire Mage. You know, Scorch, 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 Scorch. Oh, let me cast this one other move. Scorch, Scorch, Scorch. I mean, it's basically the Fire Mage in a nutshell.
Literally, like, classically, the mage class is an evocation mage.
Yes, I'm fully aware.
Well, I mean,
Blizzard, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm aware. Like I said, I'm just pointing out like how the cat class plays. It is the best one out of all of them, just because of how there's little bit more intricacy to how to play it than the other class. And what I mean by a little bit, I mean they're raising the bar up from that 1 out of 10 being everything else being at like a 1, maybe 1.5 to a 2. Yeah, it's now at a 2 out of 10 for that. That's where it's going.
So as far as sigils go,
Yeah.
what I'm working with, like, I've weeded out mine for like all the crappy ass aspects.
Okay.
So I got 3 for Shadowed Plunge, and oddly enough, they're all 17. I got 2 for Goal Run. They're 16 and 17. I got 16 Blind Burrows. I got a 16 Core Dragon, 19 Shift to Ruin, 18 Crusader Cathedral, and 16 Feral's Den.
Am I just dismantling anything that's a 15 now?
That's what I did.
Okay, 15 gone, 15 gone. 14, that's gone. 15. 15. Okay, so that leaves my 2 or 3, 4. Okay, so I got 4 16s. Cordragon, Golron Slums.
What is the first negative aspect or affix?
Drifting Shade, Empowering Elite Suppressor.
The first one is all we care about. That's the one that has the annoying crap like Volcanic, Drifting Shade.
I'm only naming off the first ones.
Yeah. So anything that has like the random damage out of nowhere, let's just toss that. It's not worth it.
So Drifting Shade? Is that one of those?
Drifting Shade, yeah, it is. It tosses like a random spirit out of nowhere. It causes a patch on the ground, slows you.
Deconstruct it then, is what you're saying.
Pretty much.
Alright, what about Empowering Elite Suppressor?
That's fine.
Empowered Elite's Cold Enchant, and then Empowered Elite
Fine.
Suppressor. Okay.
Fine.
Empowered Elite Shock Lance.
Fine.
Another Shock Lance and Suppressor. Okay, that's all I have. So,
Yeah, those are fine.
out of the 6 that I have, 3 of them being 16s. The 3 16s, Coal Run Slums, Ancient Lamont, whatever, Shadowed Plunge. Those are the 3 16s. For the 19s, 1 18 and 2 19s. The 18 is Mulwood, 19 is Shadowed Plunge, and another 19 Cold Dragon. So, yeah, I got 2
Okay.
Shadow Plunge.
Yeah, those are all good. Should we go?
Let's see, where's the Shadowwood? There you go.
Let's do Shattered Plunge because we got a lot of those.
Yeah, I got 2 of them myself. So,
Just do that. It'll highlight it.
oh man. So when you getting in D3, Aaron?
D3. I already
D3.
paid.
Or
Three.
D4, sorry.
No, never.
No?
No, fuck Diablo.
I know you've played it. Or like played the
Yeah.
other ones.
Played D3 and was never a fan.
I must wait.
I mean, I don't like the gameplay. I just don't like it.
Okay.
Also, I refuse to pay $70 for a game. So
Fair point. Fair point. Where's my phone? There it is. I gotta keep my phone handy tonight. My mom is in a hospital.
Oh,
Yeah, she has heart something or other going on. I don't remember.
well, if it's heart, then it's just not good in general.
Yeah. Well, I know she originally they were saying that she needs the heart catheter or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But at first they got onto her about how she eats and she was like, I eat healthy. I don't drink sodas. I only drink water. I eat mostly vegetables with a side of meat. She rarely eats red meat,
Yeah.
and that's it. That's everything. Well, fruit. She eats fruit as well, but she doesn't eat anything that contains sugar because she's diabetic. But yeah, she's also really thin and everything. Since the last time I've seen her, she was down when Carl was born. But yeah, and then when she told them what she eats, they're like, "Oh, well, that's not it." She was like, "Yeah."
Not ready yet.
But
I mean, I know the only time I saw your mother, she wasn't exactly thin.
oh, she is a fraction of that now.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, granted, you can mitigate the damage done, but I mean, it's still it's better that she lost all the weight, but it's always better to not have all the excess weight to begin with. And listen to me, call him Kettle Black.
Just put it this way, I can take one arm. Like, if she was standing beside me, I could take my arm and practically wrap it all the way around her.
Yeah, she is a fraction. When I saw her.
Yeah.
Shit. Good for her, though, in that regard.
Yeah. Yeah, she's lost a lot of weight. and a lot of it was due to her health reasons. She had to change, like, because she was diabetic as it was, but everything was just like, the diabetes is kind of just like taking a massive toll on her, so she has changed everything to its extremes. I can't really say extremes, but it's basically what it should be.
Yeah.
But yeah. But yeah, she's in a hospital, so I'm waiting on Dad just in case anything happens. I told Dad, I was like, have you and Mom thought about what happens if one of you passes? Like what are y'all gonna do? He's like, yeah, we've talked about it, but we just don't have it in writing yet. I'm just like, that's something you probably should think about.
Yeah. Yeah. It's usually only really a case if a lot of money's involved. It's only really a problem at that point. Or here. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
He has a 500,000 life insurance. So
Not good.
yeah, they're gonna be putting the house in a living trust. I was like, don't give it to me. I don't want that shit. I said, I was like, I don't want that fucking house. I was like, if you give it to me, I will burn it to the ground. I will burn that bitch to the ground and fucking use the land that it's on. The land on that it's on is better than the house itself. Okay. That took a while. Yeah, he'll probably like leave it to my sister Holly because my sister Robin owns her own house. Savannah, she co-owns. I died. There's a elite that you ran away from back here.
She co-owns, you died, huh?
She basically co-owns a house with her fiance. Her fiance owns it, but they're wanting to sell it and buy a new one. And they're gonna be getting married either end of this year or beginning of next or something like that. So I just say they co-own it.
Easy.
Easy. I don't have to go through finer details and stuff like that, and just be like, oh yeah, they co-own it. But yeah. So my sister Holly lives there with my parents still. So, hey Seth.
Hmm?
I mentioned I died.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm kind of zoning out.
I noticed because I died as you're running away. Like, you were still on my screen as you're running away, and there was a elite that started chasing you. That killed me. I said I died, and I was like, oh, he's probably fighting something. But I just figured I'd mention it to you. Sure enough, you zoned out. Yeah. I told Dad, I was like, if one of you dies, the other one should just move in with us. Because, like, he can just retire. He's like, oh, we'll never be able to retire. There's too many bills. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, if you just fucking move away, there won't be bills. You won't have to deal with electricity in that house anymore if you don't live there. You won't have all those bills. And if you
Yeah.
just sign off the house to my sister, then she takes care of all his bills.
And it's her problems at that point.
Yeah. So you can just come live with us and just fucking retire. I mean, go get a part-time job and just work the hours you want. If you don't, you know, work the job you don't mind working or that you would want to work. You don't have to have any stresses in your life and stuff like that.
Yeah. Cinnamon roll.
You say cinnamon roll?
No, somebody here named Cinnamo Roll.
What are you playing? Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
I figured you'd go back to that.
Yeah. Even though it's similar to WoW, it's just a lot.
You have more than 3 buttons that you have to use.
Sometimes you need all those empty spots on your screen. I think last time I checked, Ninja has about 15 moves for their whole spiel.
And it requires every one of them.
Yeah. Kind of like, yeah, this is not good. And then if you fuck up, it's like, yeah.
I remember one of the classes is so combo oriented that if you fuck it up once, like it's like starting over from scratch, and it'll take a long time to build your rotation back up and everything. I don't remember what class it was. I just remember talking to someone about it.
It was the summoners that they changed that up. It's a lot more, still a hell of a lot of moves, but if you fuck it up, it doesn't take you 2 minutes to recover. Battle. So.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. But math whizzes like it. Min-maxers love it.
Need time to
I don't know, I still have fun with this game. As opposed to WoW, where it's just like everything just feels like a fucking chore.
That's WoW for you. And WoW has it to where you have to play every day. If you don't play every day, you fall far behind.
Yeah.
Kind of like Diablo.
In a season, yeah. Between seasons where we're at right now, I wouldn't say as much.
Nah, Ober got me back into it for a little bit, and I was just like, yeah, okay. And then I kind of got tired of talking to him. I was just like, yeah, I'm done. I mean, you know, there's a time and place to shit talk, but when your whole entire existence is shit talk, it just gets annoying. You know,
Over. Is that the guy that?
you created this channel just so he couldn't see it or something.
Oh
like that.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that
yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he convinced me to try. He's like, oh yeah, this new expansion is great, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'll give it a shot. And then I tried it. I was like, yeah, no, I can't believe, I dropped $50 on it. I'm like, yeah, no,
That's
I'm not doing this again.
kind of weird that he got you to come back with all the times that I tried to get you to come back when I actually played it.
Yeah, no, it was all the wounds were still too fresh, and then you gave up, and then it just kind of faded into the background noise. And then I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot again. He managed to hit me at that critical moment. And then I was just like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. Yeah, all this nostalgia and everything, and then all of a sudden, all the little cracks, problems, and age started to show. Just like, yeah, I'm done. I mean, I did like the Shadowline storyline, surprisingly. But aside from that, I was just like, yeah, I could just read about it on a wiki somewhere.
Yep. That's me with World of Warcraft. I like the lore, but it's
Gameplay's kind of.
yeah.
It's like, oh, well, it's faster paced than Final Fantasy. It's like, yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean it's better. I mean, 14 and WoW play very similar. I'm not going to deny that, but I'm still actually having fun with 14. I think part of it is the aesthetic, though. Like, 14 just looks better. WoW just looks like paint of grime was thrown on everything, and its age shows. Plus, they brought back talent trees, and not a fan of talent trees.
It's actually one of the things the community was raving about was to bring them back.
Yeah, and you know what the funny thing is? Like, everybody's gonna min-max into the same thing. So why even bring them back? There's really no.
That's the reason why they took them away.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody was going for the same thing anyway.
Yeah, that's the problem WoW has always been. You follow a static build, and if you don't, then you're not even allowed to try out building your own thing or testing your own thing. Because they already have mods that test it for you, whether that works or not.
And now they got them built into the fucking game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's really like nothing else to do. It's just, click a button. Now, don't get me wrong, 14 kind of has a very similar problem. You can make a macro that does your entire... You make one macro that does everything all of the moves, and then you can basically just tab out and watch a video, but... it's, it doesn't have the trappings of like, oh yeah, we're gonna bring back talent trees. Okay, why? Why do we have talent trees? So people can feel like they're different.
Yeah, it's aesthetic.
Yeah.
There's only in World of Warcraft. There's ever only been like a couple of stats that make sense, or a couple talents that make sense swapping between, and most of those have always been between either mobility, defensive cooldowns, or crowd controls.
Yeah, very situational.
Yeah.
Fuck. Nope. Yeah, no, it's just... I don't know. It's like, the nostalgia factor's kicking in. Oh, there's the cracks in the age showing through. Never mind. Yeah. I forgot just how old it looked. Like, I mean...
And they upgraded the graphics too. They upgraded them pretty substantially in Shadowlands, and then again in the latest one.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. They looked fantastic, but the gameplay was just
The
news.
style is ancient.
Yes.
outdated.
Yeah. Yes, very. Like, I mean, when it looks like, when you first make a character and it looks like they just rolled around in a mud bath.
I mean, it's kind of like looking back at early NES games. They were based on like arcade games, which were designed to be difficult and frustrating to kill you. So you spend more time. So they made NES games a lot like that because that's what people liked, right? There. But you get to that SNES games, Super Mario.
Oof.
It's
Yeah,
actually got story and gameplay.
Yeah, it's suddenly
You can
turned
see-
into...
You can see the age lines.
Yeah. But, and I mean, some people like it.
you
I
know?
just don't happen to be a fan of Nintendo, like in that regard.
Some people like smashing their head against the wall.
Yes.
It's a good thing.
Yes, I mean, occasionally I like to, Super Meat Boy and shit like that. But there are times where it's just like, you kind of want to enjoy a storyline, enjoy gameplay without having to, pay for the slightest fuck up. of your
Channeling
life.
Shrine.
It doesn't really do me any good for the build.
Yeah.
It only really affects core skills.
The leveling though, and WoW, they changed that entirely, and that just threw me for a fucking loop.
You could choose the storyline thing.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong. I actually think it's a really good idea, but it took a while to get used to it. Like here I am in, Wrath of the Lich King, and it's just like, okay, I'm level 10, walking out into Borean Tundra, and everything's level 10. It was just like, I don't know why that was just weird to me.
That's stupid.
Yeah, after you starter zone, they made it to where you can choose what expansion you want to do: vanilla, BC, Wrath, etc.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. I hate that kind of thing. I'm personally a big fan of being able to I can say, okay, yeah, no, I can see the progress of the character. When zones level up to your max level, I can understand leveling it to an extent, but if I'm level 100 and I go back to the level 5 zone, I don't want to be fighting hundreds.
Yeah, that was the problem I kept on running into in Elwyn Forest. And I was just like, level 25, and everything around me is 25, and I'm like,
Exactly.
the fuck is this shit,
It
man?
should have a max cap at the level zone. It should level within that cap.
Yeah, they do, but it's like level 30, and it's just frustrating, especially when you started out there and everything's still you're level 30 and everything's still the same level. It's just annoying.
It personally, it throws me out of the experience, and it makes me feel like I'm not making progress.
Yes.
That's one
that's the
big
feeling.
reason why I stopped playing controls on
Yeah, see, I do. Like I said, I like it, but there always felt like there was something fundamentally off about it. Like,
Yes.
yeah, your character never felt like they were getting stronger. You felt like you were actually just getting weaker.
Yes. Because they're getting stronger. Your gear is barely moving.
Or
So
essentially
they're-
not moving at all.
Yeah. So they just keep shrekking you. It's ridiculous. So
I mean, I know-
I personally think it's a flawed.
I know they had to do something about the numbers because they were getting outrageous. But like,
World of Warcraft 2.
Ah.
Problem solved. World of Warcraft 2. Problem solved.
well, there you go. But I mean,
And it is that easy.
yeah, but it doesn't seem like 14 has that problem though. It's like, yeah, level. I think in like level 90 in WoW, you were starting to hit health in like the millions, or was that 100? I know there was like one expansion where your character had like nearly 1 million health, and you were just.
Well, they've had to do
yeah.
what, like 4 or 5 different stat squishes?
Not ready yet.
I know of 2, and I know. I'm pretty sure when they did the drop to 70, they did a stat squish, and I think between that and the drop to 70, they did another stat squish. So yeah, I think 4. But at the same time, it's like, why do you gotta like? Why is your scaling so wildly off? I mean, I understand you want characters to feel more powerful. Like numbers go up. Bigger numbers mean
Oh,
I guess bigger dopamine hits. But at the same time, it's like 14's not dealing with that problem nearly to the extent that WoW did. I mean, I think max cap is 90, and they haven't had to reduce numbers. They just increment them in a, they implement it in a different way.
Yeah.
I just
There's been a lot of mismanagement in World of Warcraft side. Mostly by the design team.
yeah.
Yeah, this expansion was supposed to be a big hoorah to bring people back to the game, and the reason
Flat on its face.
the reason for that is because during Shadowlands they were losing incrementally larger and larger amount of players throughout the expansion. You would see article that pop up. 40% of World of Warcraft players have quit since the launch of Shadowlands, and then you would see another one pop up. 70% of players have quit in the last month. Another one. 15% of players quit in the past week, and it's just like every day there's a new article saying the same thing, and it was that way through the entire expansion. And they're all legitimate sources. It's not like just some off-brand website. No, they're like PC Gamer, fucking Porygon.
Oregon, huh? Pokemon now runs a website. Sweet.
There is a Porygon website.
Polygon.
Oh, Polygon. It is Polygon. Okay. All right. Yeah.
I think someone needs some sleep.
I'm a PokeTuber, okay? I make Pokemon card videos for a living. It bleeds into my mind.
Well, I mean, the Porygon website was good and all, but it's no Porygons.
Well, you see, another problem was, like, they always had these content droughts, too. Like, they'd release a raid, and then I think, like, one of the patches in Shadowlands, they didn't even have a new raid in it.
Yeah.
It was just...
That's what happened with Arcade. If you know that MMO. Like, I was actually pretty big on that for a while, but...
I played it, and then it just... I mean, I wanted to like it, then it just kind of dropped off, but the thing that happened with me was WildStar, which was horribly mismanaged from the get-go, and loved the game, it never...
What's the same with you, wasn't it, Scott?
I played that for him because he liked it.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
And my computer at the time, apparently something in it was defective, so it kept crashing whenever I played a game. But I would have kept playing that game if they had stuck with it. But
with Arcade though, I played a healer class. Usually, I got max level. I had myself a galleon. I was in a big guild. We had 2 world firsts for killing world bosses. But it went on for like 3-4 months with no new content.
3-4 months, huh? That's not that long though.
From launch, when they didn't even have a raid?
Yeah, that's not that long.
well,
Try
when
8
it's a new
months
game.
for World of Warcraft from launch to the first raid.
Well, World of Warcraft was in a different. It was in a
better place because it was a AAA company. It was Activision that was backing it, and they still couldn't get it out.
But here's the thing. They had already shared screenshots, promises. The whole thing was that they were going to release a northern continent that had raids and massive guild content. As a guild, build it up, have it be your own little town, and you go to war with other guilds, try to take their stuff and all that kind of stuff. It was supposed to be a massive thing.
Yeah.
And there's also supposed to be a center island where you do like a raid, but it just never went anywhere. I think it ended up being almost 6 months before they did anything. But most people left after like 4. because they just weren't doing anything. There are hardly any content patches at all. Like they didn't even update the dungeon. No balance changes, anything like that. No, there was a lot of problems.
Yeah. That I mean, with WildStar, that was kind of the case too. They implemented a whole attunement for this key for the first raid because they didn't have anything to put out. So that was their way of trying to stem it. But during that time, the management and everything just actually started collapsing, and it just. I wish that game would have worked out. I really do. Because that to me, that game was actually really fun.
Well,
There are
that's
things
why
I enjoyed
really
about
liked
it.
Arcage, though, is because like literally you could do about anything you wanted. Like if you didn't want to actually do combat, you could literally be a merchant.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could run from town to town, manipulating trades, things like that. You could trade overseas to enemy factions. Or if you wanted to say "fuck you" to everything, get yourself hated by your own faction, and you get ejected into a pirate faction.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
So you would actually have people that would go around on galleons on the high seas with grappling hooks, cannons, everything, trying to jack your shit.
I went in, but I gotta fill my water. I'll be right back.
I mean, there were some pretty fun naval battles on that thing, I gotta tell you.
Yeah.
But I mean, that can only last you so long without something else to do.
Yeah. No, and that was a problem. That's a problem a lot of MMOs fall into.
I know. They don't realize it's like you have to keep people interested. You're not gonna be just satisfied doing the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some people are, but people who are really like going to stick, like if you really want them to stick around, you got to keep providing them.
There's always the hangers on.
Yeah, the people who are who live or die by your very word. But yeah, no, I completely agree. That's kind of one of the reasons I tapered off with WildStar before I heard the announcement that it was shutting down. It was just like you got to the attunement, and that was it. Basically, nobody could. I think like right before they made the announcement for the shutdown, somebody finally managed to down the 40-man raid boss. That was another problem. The raids were too big. Like, yes, yeah, people might say they want that kind of shit, but they really, I mean, trying to organize
really
something like
wants
that.
it.
Yeah,
no one wants to be the organizer. No one wants to be
because
the authority behind it.
Nightmare. I mean,
Yeah.
especially on an online game, that's like trying to fucking herd cats.
That's why.
Herd cats on catnip.
That's why World of Warcraft. I will say that's one thing World of Warcraft succeeded at when they switched everything over. They made it to where it was a minimum of 10, and it scaled off of every single person past that. If you can get a 40-man raid together, you can do it.
Yeah, that is a much better way to handle it.
Yeah.
World of Warcraft has done something. I'm not going to say they have, but they have also done shit.
But speaking of things to keep interest, though, you ran away from a lady again. I'm gonna try to drag him to you. Did he summon that? I hate these freaking things. They always hurt me. I think I have low poison resistance or something. But anyways, Black Desert has always been really good with keeping people's interest that actually enjoy the game itself. Because every month, they have events going on throughout the month. It's like, that's one thing that Fortnite did really well on, was they had their seasonal events. But with Black Desert, they had it every month on top of the content.
I can agree with that. And to a large extent, that's all it would have taken for something like Arcage to probably better than it has. Because, I mean, they had nothing. They
Yeah.
literally had nothing. Like if they introduced like little events, bosses, things, it would have kept people interested in something new that they could do or plan. Something to set up guild events around.
Yeah. Even a game like this, Diablo, could do something like that. You imagine an event that's similar to a season or whatnot that's predicated on trying to get max level the fastest, or you know, you have challenges like hit the hardest or whatnot kind of thing, you know. A single hit that does the most damage.
Now, what you have is a boss that literally can't die, but it has essentially its health bar goes down, and it levels up, it gets full, and keeps going like that until it kills it to the highest level. It progressively gets harder to
Yeah. I
you
think
could challenge that with maybe like a group or something.
I kind of think the next step for this is an MMO. They could even go like MMO light, like Destiny. You what?
That they're trying to go that direction. So
The MMO light?
there's even a freaking trade chat, even though you cannot trade anything substantial.
Yeah. You can only trade what? Yellows?
Blues, blues, whites. And if you find a great yellow, you can
Upgrade it to sacred.
or ancestral.
But I mean, upgrade it to legendary. My bad. Excuse me. I didn't mean to say sacred. I meant legendary. But yeah, you can upgrade
Well,
it.
you,
So
you can upgrade a sacred, legendary, or ancestral. Just depends on the tier of the aspect.
yeah, so that might be a thing though. You know, once hit level 100, trading 100 items, yellows, to get the best rolls on like resistances and shit like that, because resistances are such a must at like our level, let alone when you get max.
Holy crap, that was a lot of mortars.
Yeah, I had to dash forward through them all just to get out of them.
I had to spend 3 of my 4 dashes.
Each point of fury, while maximum fury grants fortify. More legendaries that fit the frenzy thing. Oh man. Oof.
Oh boy.
More elites. I gotta say, there are a lot of elites in this one.
Yeah. Uno más.
Another legendary. I'm getting a good amount of legendaries out of here.
Bite me.
3 of them so far. That's more than I've gotten in any dungeon ever in this game. Any
Dang.
single
Fight me.
one dungeon.
You, man.
My luck with legendaries has been amazing. I died. Amazing in this game.
My luck with legendaries in Diablo 3 was horrifyingly bad that you basically
You know,
gave me all my legendaries.
Your spirit is right here.
Mm-hmm.
Your icon is right here.
Yeah, I see it over there on the minimap. They try to make it easy for you to find me.
Right. Right.
Easy with the quotation marks.
They got to make it a fun game, though.
Well, I mean, they handed me the easy button, but they took the batteries out.
Oh, so
I like that analogy.
I think I told Seth about this. I think it was Seth I was talking about this. So on the Reddit, I think it was Reddit. There was a video of a dude that took all of the, like, he got a Where's Waldo book from a library.
Oh, God. Yes. I remember seeing that, and he erased them all and took it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, found Satan. I remember that. Yeah, found Satan over here.
Oh my god.
You'll go fucking insane over
That's a
that.
good way to give a kid a disorder.
Speaking of Reddit, they took one of my favorite Reddits and turned it into a porn.
Oh, interesting as fuck.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right. Do you know why, right?
Yeah, I know why, but it's just one of those things of like, I used to like this thing, and now it's like, rolling the dice on every time I click on a picture on what it's going to be.
So,
And then you get hairy asshole. It's like, yeah, I'm done with Reddit for now.
it's funny because the moderators started that, right? The moderators asked for a bunch of OnlyFans girls if they can advertise on there so that way they can get the ads removed. And they did it, and they're still going at it. Like, it's not stopping. They got the ads removed, but they're still going.
It's like, oh god, oh god.
They,
I mean, yeah, okay, I like it, but oh god, no,
be
not
careful
that one.
what you
No.
wish for. Kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, just like, yep. Oh, and then it's like, oh, cool. That's a pretty cool picture of a robin flying right at you. Looks like it's dive bombing. And then the next one, it's like, yeah, okay. I did not need to see some hairy asshole on this thing, but okay. Yes. Next, snake with a hat. Okay, cool. And some chick. This is how boobs bounce. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'll have to watch that again just for
It's like,
research and all.
yeah, research.
I mean,
I gotta know how they bounce.
Yep. We're doing
Yeah, I'm
some,
planning to make some animations.
make some animations, and I gotta study this at length.
Gotta study this for whenever I learn how to code CGI.
Yep. Now I just gotta make sure I get it right. Okay, just a little bit more. Okay. Oh no, not quite fully there.
Let's see. I don't need increased critical. Oh, that goes there. Oh, fuck you.
I can't believe I'm gonna be 38 here in 2 days.
38 years young.
You still got the shadow depths or whatever the fuck, or shadow plunge stuff.
Yeah. I got a weapon upgrade. I just gotta add the aspect to it.
That also almost looked cool. One thing I have to say that just about every MMO devolves, the true end game of every MMO is fucking transmog, glamour, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Like your character's got to look, like a slut, badass, whatever you want them to look like. But I mean, like you always
get
go for
that drip, boy.
that. Yeah. and it's just like, oh yeah, character looks cool. And I don't know, I was just looking at some of the armor sets, and that's creepy. I was looking at some of the armor sets in WoW, and I was just like, yeah, no, no, these all look like the helmets of like the tier sets just made them look stupid.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It's like, I mean, when you have helmets for rogues that make it look like, you know, you're 3 years old putting on a suit that's for a 10-year-old, like your eyes are just sticking out of the collar, you know? Stupid. What is that?
All right. Are you outside the front door, or are you inside?
I'm
stuff?
outside the front door.
Okay.
Did I try it on? Or nope. Yep. And the thing I hate the most is muscle memory.
Glortrigon, Ancient Lament, Glortrigon, Shadow Plunge.
WoW, and it feels like I use all the keybinds for 14, then I'll switch over to 14, and I'm playing WoW in my head. Opening up all sorts of different screens.
It's pretty nice to take a break from Diablo yesterday. I went and schooled a bunch of people in the geographic guesser or whatnot, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know if y'all know what that is.
Isn't that where they take, like, they show you a picture and you guess where it is?
They drop you in a location on Google Maps and you have to guess where it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got first place like 2-3 times out of like the 5 or 6 times we did it. And then every other time I either got second or third place.
Yeah, one of the guys I work with, he plays that game a lot.
I know languages. Like, I can't speak them, but I know, like, the way they look. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So, like, when I start seeing languages and stuff, like, for instance, there's this one area everyone's like, oh, yeah, this is French on this sign, so this is clearly France. And I'm just like, you guys are Canadian. You do realize there's a place called Quebec up there, right? But I saw a sign that had Dutch on it in the same area that they saw a sign that had French on it. And they're like, oh yeah, it's gonna be France. I'm like, I think it's gonna be closer to Belgium because it's right between like Germany and France, and they speak both Dutch and French. So I clicked it. Sure enough, everyone else was like, how'd you guess it? I'm like, I said that there is a sign with Dutch on it.
Yeah.
and they are like, oh, you're cheating. I'm like, how? You don't even need to cheat on something like that, though. Like, oh, yeah, here's some Japanese. Clearly we're in England. Like...
Clearly.
Yeah, there was another one that was India, and like everyone's like, oh yeah, this is India. Straight up. Like, there's no question about it. Everyone had that one right on the money. But a lot of them are like self-explanatory. But then there are ones that are just like, you're in like an intersection with no signs for the street signs, no stop signs, no signs at all on this T intersection. You just see trees and a dirt road. That's it.
Kansas.
Kansas.
I don't know.
Yeah, Kansas. Alabama.
Oh man.
Ohio?
Oh wait, I know that road. It's just like this one in Matthias, West Virginia. Congratulations.
Oh, speaking of which, it was with Rob. And it was Rob, his
I
fiance.
thought you got that thing back there.
I guess not. My bad. But it was with Rob, his fiance, and a few other Canadian guys, and they're like, We came across one of them that was up in Ontario, Canada, where they live, and they're like, "Dude, I know where this is. That's over at this place." It's sure fucking enough. They got lucky because they fucking lived near the fucking one that they needed, or the place that they had to guess on. I was like, and by the way, one of them, I guessed West Palm Beach because they had English signs and stuff like that and palm trees everywhere. And I'm like, this place looks like run down fucking Florida. So I'm just gonna throw in West Palm Beach, Florida, and it's gonna be somewhere near here. Guess what that ended up being?
What?
Guam. I'm like,
oh wow!
I should have fucking known. I should have
Run
fucking.
down West Palm Beach. Okay, now I know what you think of the greatest place I lived.
It is. It's a rundown West Palm Beach.
Shut up! It's not that. Well, I mean, yeah, it kind of is, but still, not that bad.
You gotta think, I live in a place that fucking Gucci owns like an entire block. You got Rolls Royce competing with Aston Martin, Lamborghini, and fucking Porsche and shit.
Yeah, I know.
Does Guam have any of that?
No, it doesn't. But that's not the point. It's still like, yes, it's a rundown West Palm.
Yeah.
The biggest event they had when I was living on the island, aside from the earthquake, was the fucking opening of a Kmart. That doesn't even exist. So yes, it was like ghetto rundown West Palm Beach.
It's been the episode of South Park where they opened a Walmart.
If you ever Google Maps yourselves in Guam, you will see that every building looks like it needs a good power washing. Every building. I don't think there's a single one you'll find that doesn't. Unless it was
that's not entirely inaccurate. So, you're not wrong. So. I hate that game.
What?
DVD. It's like such a stupid premise.
Run away from a serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I've always hated horror movies. I think they're just any sort of horror concept has just been boring as fuck to me.
Well, I like psychological horror, but it's very hard to do right. I mean, shit, I like the Resident Evil games, but at the same time, they're kind of not horror.
I don't know. I've never been on the, like, zombies are horror to me.
Yeah.
It's just...
I like the storyline in Resident Evil. And then Resident Evil 5 and 6 came out, and I was like, yeah, no.
I think the Raiders in the Fallout series have always been scarier than fucking zombies in any zombie game.
Well, yeah.
Psychopaths with fucking guns is scarier than a fucking mindless being chasing you for your brains.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, Resident Evil's a little bit better because I mean they have some smart.
Yeah, I guess.
Well,
and you got the alien wannabes too, climbing the walls and jumping at you and shit.
Yeah.
The lickers.
Yeah.
See, yeah, it was mostly like bioweapons, not really just zombies. So, again, I wouldn't really like.
That's how it started, basically.
Yeah, it has jump scares, but I wouldn't really. I mean, I'd classify something like Silent Hill as psychological horror. At least Silent Hill 2. Everything else other than that is kind of. But.
Hey, I actually got a piece of gear. That's not for my build.
Yeah, but I don't even. Dead by Daylight, that's not even horror.
No. I much rather play the Dragon Ball Z version. Didn't you know they have a version that's Dragon Ball Z? What was it called,
No.
Seth?
Yes, palatable.
Dragon Ball
Talent.
Breakers.
Yeah, Breakers. Yeah, the Breakers game.
Okay.
Oh shit! There we go. I was about to die. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z Breakers. That's it, right?
God, I don't know what you're really asking.
What's the Dragon Ball, the newer Dragon Ball Z game that came out recently? We were talking about you've run away from Cell and Frieza and shit.
Breakers.
Breakers, yeah. Yeah, check out Breakers. It's literally Dragon Ball Z version of that game. Dead by Daylight. 110%.
What's
And
the
you needed 112.
Yes, 112%.
Dragon Ball the Breakers?
Do we have another one of this, or do we go somewhere else?
We have another.
And
Oh, for fuck's sake, really?
Yes. Yeah, you run away from Cell and Frieza. It's the same fucking thing.
Someone plays Cell, Frieza, or Boo, and it's pretty basic.
I like this. Like, see, not recommended, not recommended, not recommended, not recommended. One recommended. Two recommended. Not recommended, not recommended, not recommended.
The only people that recommend it are the people that love playing the villain. There's only
Well,
one.
Here's my biggest issue with it, or my two biggest issues. The matchmaking sucks, and you get new characters via a gacha system. I hate gacha mechanics.
I do too. But one of my favorite games has it, and fucking after 600 fucking core crystals, I gave up trying to get Cosmos. So fuck that.
Yep.
Cosimo?
Xenoblade 2, Cosmos was trying to get her, and it's like after my 600th legendary core crystal, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing here anymore. I quit. I beat the game. I don't know why I'm spending hours trying to get this damn blade. And yeah, I moved on. Good game, though. Good game.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, well, I mean, it had its problems, but you know,
What
can't
the
really...
fuck? I actually got a pretty big upgrade. For the same spot that I upgraded the weapon previously. It's a yellow, so I'm adding an aspect to it. Another 237,000 down the drain.
That's the only way to spend it, man.
I'm upgrading the same weapon over and over and over, and not any of my other pieces.
Well, since you're taking so long, I might as well go sell things.
Go for it. Which one increases damage over time? Oh, purple. Purple gems. Ancient Lament. 16 I got out of that last one. Core Dragon, Ancient Lament, Smallwood, Goal Run. Here we go, Shadow Plunge. Go ahead and start it up whenever. Oh shit, I don't wanna.
Yeah, I'm gonna admit I'm a hypocrite here. Like Diablo 4, when they're charging like $20 just for a cosmetic, kind of get a little, kind of feel some type of way. But then when I'm paying $22 for a cosmetic in 14, I realize the hypocrisy. But there's a reason why I'm willing to spend it in 14. You can actually fucking see it on the character.
I mean, Diablo, you can see it on the character. It just doesn't look really good.
Exactly. Okay, yeah, there. Yeah. And on this character, on 14, it does.
So far, I have spent a total of $5 on the cosmetics in this game. Well, technically, I've spent $25 because I bought this, the edition that comes with a season pass. But
Another thing that gets me, season passes. What the fuck? Bring all that shit back.
It is 100% a cash grab, no matter what game you play. There is no other purpose for it.
I like battle passes when it's purely cosmetic. Because then you don't need to worry about it. The people that just want to play the game, they don't need to care. It's pure choice.
Yeah, well,
That's
kind of what.
one reason why I didn't like Overwatch's battle pass.
Because it's not just cosmetic. You actually have to buy it to play to get characters.
Or spend, what was it, like 500 some odd hours?
Oh god.
Yeah.
It was something ridiculous.
Okay, I gotta say, that's one thing, but Fortnite, because I get dragged in there from Rob every time and time again. Fortnite's battle pass actually does fucking right, is because every time I do a single match, I unlock like 6 or 7 things in a battle pass, and I don't even own the battle pass. So, although if you've actually paid for it, that's even more shit you could have unlocked. So, you're spending like, I think their battle pass is like $10. In every match you play, you're getting a fuck ton of cosmetics. Like, that's pretty fucking good. You spend $10 and you get like well over like 100, 200 to 200 fucking cosmetics easily. Like I said, every match I was getting a fuck ton of cosmetics.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, it is Fortnite we're talking about, so no one gives a shit. But
Well, even for purely like cosmetics, I mean, I can understand. See, this is the problem here. I've spent close to $200 on cosmetics in 14, but I refuse to do it in any other game. I don't know why this one manages to separate me from my money, but
because cat ladies,
no, dragon ladies.
dragon ladies. Okay,
God,
you went from fur to scales.
hell yeah. I mean, if you want to get technical, it's more like, demon ladies, but the lore gets very weird with 14. But anyway, that's beside the point. I'm not responsible with money when it comes to this game. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, you're actually killing shit.
Yeah, because I have the shrine effect.
No,
Only
I'm,
because-
I'm making fun.
God damn it. Okay.
I mean, when I'm severely underleveled. It's actually a pretty good shrine. I gotta say, the damage on that has always been, like, really good.
It always takes me half an hour to get all the stuff I get from the mail.
I'm hoping the battle pass on this one, you can kind of just plow through, and they don't, like, time gate the battle pass. Because there's some games that completely just time gate the fucking battle pass.
They've said the battle pass rewards are also cross class, like they can use it on new characters.
That's good.
Now, not really, because it means it's probably things like packs or grand mods. That
Well, I've seen some of them. You do get shit like the trophies and stuff on the horse that don't fucking matter and no one gives a shit about. But you do get some, here, let me bring it up real quick. Diablo 4 Battle Pass. Because some of them, some of the images on the shit leaked. Yeah, so you get helms, weapons, you get the premium currency out of the battle pass. This is on Wowhead, so even Wowhead has it. Emotes, the tattoos. You get ashes, whatever those are. You can get horses, horse armor.
Ooh, horse armor. Need some more of that shit.
Some of the horse armor is actually really cool. Like that extra $5 that I mentioned earlier. I bought this like skeletal armor kind of thing for my horse, and it looks pretty cool. I had $2 in the BattleNet currency. Oh my god, I died. There was a mine on the ground. There are mines. But, yeah, so I liked it, and I was like, I have $2. It's only $5 I'm putting down on it. Fuck it. I'm going to be playing the fuck out of this game anyway, so. But I also like battle passes if it's coming from an indie company. Because that helps pay for them to work on the game more, right?
Yeah, you would think.
I mean, for a $10 game or something like that. Or if it's like fucking Hero Siege. That game is usually like $2 at most on fucking Steam. And it's a really good fucking game. Seth and I had a lot of fun with it. It's definitely on our to go back to playing list.
This updated Steam keeps fucking up on me.
Oh, oh, oh. Ooh, the poisons.
Yeah, poison's kind of broken right now.
Yeah, I kind of want to go poison werewolves right now. Werewolf build. How much poison? Of course, my poisons probably wouldn't hurt anywhere near as much. Alright. If I did poison damage, it probably wouldn't do as nearly as much damage as they do to me.
Probably not.
Then again, if I was on my druid, I could just stand in any and all of it and just be like, alright. I'll heal the damage. It's funny because on the druid, I wasn't even looking for that gear. That gave me all the resistances that I have on it. To get almost every resistance in the 60%. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, speaking of like battle passes and everything, one I'm actually surprised that hasn't created a battle pass that I would be inclined to accept as a good thing for them to have a battle pass of would be No Man's Sky. How long has that game been out that they're constantly releasing like massive fucking updates?
I have no care for No Man's Sky.
I know you don't.
Any other ones of these, or should we go on?
I have Witchwater that has gold find. It's a 19. I'll put that down here. Ancient Lament, Gall Run. All those are 16s. Let's see, Core Dragon 19 and an 18 Mallwood. So I don't have any more.
All right. Bill run then. I
Sure.
got a good number of those.
Oh, it's almost midnight. I'd have to bail.
Oh, okay.
What happens at midnight? You turn into a pumpkin?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, no. I've been calling it early. Well, not. I guess you should say early, but most people are asleep already by now. No, I've been calling it trying to
Shit,
be
I'm
in
on
bed by
vacation.
midnight because I have to wake up with the little one since stay-at-home dad and all.
I wish I was a stay-at-home dad. It'd be nice. It'd be really nice.
Careful what you wish for.
Why? Most of my wishes never come true anyway, so what the fuck's the matter?
I'm just thinking,
No,
uh,
go ahead and say it. You're not on any speakers.
yeah. People.
Oh yeah, no, people suck. People are assholes. Fuck 'em.